make incredible electric cars now, though.
Oh, they've stolen a march on everyone. They really have.
China has made they make some unbelievable cars. I've watched some of them reviewed online. You can't even get them in America, but I've watched some of them reviewed online, and they're just fucking fantastic.
Yeah, they've definitely had an advantage over Europe. I can't say for America because you have Tesla, which is the only other global leader in that area. But the European car industry has been caught napping, and it's a bit of a worry for someone like me that I'm very fond of a lot of the European brands, but they're struggling. They're struggling to respond to this. There are boats full of very impressive, very good value electric cars that have landed in Europe in the last 6 months.
There's also a problem with European cars in that European cars are always known for having a great resale value.
Yeah.
Like particularly like Lamborghini and Porsche and like Ferrari. You could actually make more money off of them in a few years but not electric ones.
No.
That's the problem. Like electric Taycans, those things are gorgeous. That's an incredible vehicle. Good luck trying to sell that thing. I saw Lucid Airs, which is a fantastic
Have you
car.
been in one of those?
No, I haven't.
Wow.
I've heard the Sapphire is magnificent.
It's extraordinary.
You can't you're going to get like half the price of that thing in a year.
Yeah.
It's just fucking nuts.
I know. The Taycan in the UK early one £30,000.
Unbelievable.
Someone paid 120 for that 3 years ago.
Crazy. And it's still really good.
It is. It's a very, again, for particular people.
Yes.
Maybe the point I didn't make earlier, I have to excuse myself for a bit of jet lag from my confused thoughts sometimes, is that the electric car has one unspoken fact about it. It's for rich people. That's what I find quite difficult.
Right.
There's a meritocracy about the motor car that I find appealing, is that you can have a Bugatti Veyron or Chiron, or you could be some guy that lives in India that's got a little thing that costs £100 or $100. You're ultimately getting the same thing. You have the freedom to travel, to choose where you're going, and I think I like you. I don't want to be told what to do, and I think it's really important that vehicle can take you where you want to go. But the electric vehicle is for rich people, isn't it?
Yeah.
You think about it. You show me the electric vehicle for normal people.
Well, it's terrible for people that live in apartment complexes.
It doesn't exist.
Unless you have some sort of a charging station where you park your car and everybody has one so you could leave it charged overnight. It's rough.
But look at the cost of them.
Yeah. It's very expensive, terrible resale value. Yeah.
It's a very flawed concept at the moment. But as you say, the performance of them can be. Your Plaid is a great example.
It's a time machine.
Yeah.
It's a time machine. It really is. It merges in traffic silently, like it goes faster than anything. It doesn't seem real. It's incredible. And the new one that I'm getting, I'm sending to, well, it's already sent to Unplugged Performance. Are you aware of those guys?
So they tune them, do they?
Yes.
Because it needs to be faster, doesn't it, Joe?
No, well, they changed the suspension. It's not any faster.
Okay.
They use the same powertrain, but they change the suspension. They widen the front and rear, and they upgrade the brakes. They make it much more just agile.
I think the main thing it needs is some sort of jet washable, pressure washable floor, because I think passengers will eventually shit kidneys out. They're so fast.
Yeah,
they're
he's going to come up
shocking.
with that Roadster, which is going to be insane, which is basically vaporware now. Didn't people pay full price for those things 5 years ago?
He's fascinating. I know he's been on your show. I don't know what to make of him. I just love the fact that he is the ultimate disruptor.
Yes.
He's come along.
Yeah.
He's seen an industry. He's gone, that's ready for a shake-up. And he's had a go. And
with multiple industries.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
But the one that's pertinent to me, the two questions I'm asked most are, what do you think of the electric car revolution and its effect on, the environment, but also what do you think about Mr. Musk? I almost don't really have an opinion on him. I just let him do what he does. What I do know is I'm always fascinated what he's going to do next.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to know. And the stuff that he's produced. 10 years ago, there were not many Teslas on the road in the UK. Now they're everywhere. I don't know any other vertical that's witnessed penetration like that. You know, if
Right.
I walk into a white goods store, I'm not seeing fridges made by companies I didn't even heard of 10 years ago. But there's the second most expensive thing you'll ever buy as a civilian, and he's managed to have that level of penetration. That will go down in the history books.
Yeah.
It's undeniable.
Yeah, it's undeniable. And it's also, he's doing that with rockets, and he's also doing that with the internet. So he bought X or Twitter and turned it into X. And that's a massive disruptor.
Do you do
too.
Twitter? Do you, whatever it's called now?
Yeah.
See, I left it because I got so much abuse initially when I did Top Gear. That's when I got sort of,
You can't read comments.
No, you can't. But then you'd get drawn into conversations. Oh shit! I actually leaving it was the best thing I ever did at that time, and I haven't gone back because I didn't really need it to promote anything. And the toxicity was long before he bought it for me.
The toxicity is just an inherent quality of people being able to post anonymously. You're never going to get away from that.
Yeah.
But you just don't read it. That's the most important thing. Like, people are always going to, if you're a public figure, people are always going to have opinions of you. And there's a lot of shitty people out there. And they're the most vocal and they're the most persistent. Let them talk.
Do you think in 50 years' time, you won't be able to post or comment without your identity being revealed?
I hope that's not the case, but probably.
Yeah.
I think they would like to do that in America.
Yeah.
But I think it's important for whistleblowers. It's important for, people that work in an organization and they want to expose corruption. They want to expose something. They want to expose some illegal thing they're doing in regards to the environment. It's very important. You have to have people. They want to expose the government. It's very important to allow people to be anonymous.
When you're in a dark place, as I was 18 months ago, you can feel that very pertinently. There was a lot of very unkind things said about Andrew's accident and Top Gear afterwards. And I thought to myself, all those anonymous keyboard warriors, fuck you. I was, and you know this, I was almost at that state, which is the ultimate low, the Kelvin of human behavior, which is, I'll meet you in that car park so we can have a fight. You know how bad that is.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it as well as you. But when you step back from it,
yeah, but I don't engage in any of that stuff.
You're quite right.
I don't read negative things, and I don't engage in it. It just, I'm not afraid of it. I know what it is, and I don't like it. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's good for you. I don't think anybody gets any benefit out of it. I don't think the person gets benefit out of you calling them a cocksucker. I don't think you get any benefit out of calling them a cocksucker. I don't think it helps. And I just look at it, I do what I call post and ghost.
Yeah.